YouTube to ignore the Law and Order in the background. Okay. Actually, I'll just get off. How about that? Okay. They're all reruns anyway. So I have freshly washed my face and I am ready to begin. I think I still have all mascara from yesterday. And it really bugs me because keeping on mascara too long can irritate my eye. So I freshly washed my face. I did a little mask. I did my Nurture by Nature Power Detox mask. It's great for mattifying the face. As you can see, my face is extremely matte. I have no product on my face right now. I literally just washed it off. And now I'm going to use a little ice cube and place it on my larger pores. It'll kind of tighten my pores. I mean, you could just wash your face in extremely cold water, but I'm just extra. I like to use an ice cube because it's been in the freezer. It's super cold. Kinda hurts if you leave it in one spot too long, but it's okay. It's okay. All right, now I'm going to use a toner. Actually, I think I'm going to use 2 toners. Got a little cotton swab. I'm going to use my Pixie Glow Tonic first. I got this little miniature bottle from Target in the travel section for like $4. I love it because it has actually lasted me quite a while. I really don't use toner too often. Not nearly as often as I probably should. Okay, and now I'm going to use my Elizabeth Arden Hydra Splash Alcohol Free Toner. While the Pixie does have alcohol, this one does not, and I like to use both. And I like to use the one without alcohol more often because I have very dry skin and it smells so good. It actually feels like it's sort of hydrating my skin as well. I'm trying to wipe off some of this mascara. It's just on this eye. Maybe it's just me because nothing came off. Okay. Gotta get my 5 head of showing so I can make sure I get my makeup all over my face. All right. Now I'm going to moisturize with my, what do I want to use? I'm going to use my Clean and Clear Advantage Acne Control Moisturizer. Just like that much, not even a whole pump. I just use this all over face to prevent acne from popping up throughout the day while I have my makeup on. If that happens to you, put some of this up under your makeup. It'll help prevent that. All right. I feel like I'm missing a moisturizer and I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna let it go. Next, I'm gonna use my, actually no, I'm gonna use my hyaluronic acid serum. You can get these at Walmart for $6 in the supplement section where all the vitamins or dietary things are. Hold on, I need some more for my neck. No dehydrated necks around here. Gotta stay looking youthful. Now I'm going to use my Nurture by NYX Balance Beam 1 full pump of that. Oops. I don't guess I really needed 1 full pump, but that's okay. Gotta hydrate well up under my eyes. And up under your eyes too. All right, and finally my Vichy mineral mask. This is actually a mask, but it's a 5-minute mask. It works like the Sephora masks. You leave it on for 5 minutes and then you rub it in. And instead of just leaving it on for 5 minutes and rubbing it in, I just thought I'd use it as a hydrator. Because I don't want to wait 5 minutes and then rub it in when I could just go ahead, rub it in. All right, so that is it for moisturization. Look, you may think that's a lot. You may think that's too much. You say, you don't need all that. You're going to be okay. But my skin does not stay this smooth and have a natural radiance by itself. It does not. All right, I'm going to prime with my Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. If I can get it open. I don't like this packaging. I don't like how slick it is. Struggles of long nails. Long nails and struggles. It's okay, because it could just rub it right back in. I mean, it's not okay, because I love this primer. It's really good for blurring, smoothing. See, when you have long nails, the trick is to go like this with the top of your nail, work backwards, then apply it. I may have applied a little much, but it's cool. I usually don't do this all over my face, but I got too much. So I'll just put it all over. Got some on my eyebrow. My eyebrow don't need none. All right. I look a slightly different color, but that's okay, I guess. All right, next I'm going to use my Nurture by NYX Flash Matte. I love this stuff. Let me show you something. If this is your first time watching my videos, you need to get this. You need to go to the Nurture by Nature website. Completely unsponsored. I just love this stuff. And you need to get the Flash Matte Perfecting Primer. I'll show you why. I'm going to take 1 full pump because that's what I need. I sometimes don't use 1 full pump. Sometimes I could just use half a pump. But I'm going to take 1 full pump today. That's 1 full pump. And I'm going to take just a little dab of it. And let's go with this spot on my nose. See how radiant and glowy that is? Look at that. Beautiful. Gone. Gone. No more. Non-existent. We don't need it. We don't need it for makeup. This stuff is beautiful. I love it. If I had never discovered this, well, if I had never discovered this, then I wouldn't have never discovered this. But I'm very glad I discovered this. And if I were to ever undiscover it for some reason, if they were ever to stop making it or anything like that, I would probably have a riot, and I would send them a strongly worded email. Now we're going to use our Carmax because my lips is crusty. Crusty. Okay. Now that that's handled, let's put on some LA Girls Pro Conceal Color Corrector in orange. And then I'm going to move on to my eyebrows and eyeshadow. Oh, I put too much. Got some dark spots up here from Jessica. That was a little whitehead I had that just didn't go away for a while. And she left a little cigar. She said, you can't get rid of me that easily. So I've been trying to find something good for dark spots. If you know of any products that are good for getting rid of dark spots, please leave a comment below. Tell me. I've also been looking for a new color corrector. Not that there's anything wrong with this one, but I like to expand and change things up. I like to try new things. Because once I spend my money on something that I know how it works, I don't want to keep buying the same thing when there's so many products out there. And I might just find something that works better for me or something that I like better. You know? So if you know of any good color correctors out there, tell me about those too in the comments. Okay, wait, let me just powder my face so that I can go ahead and set it. I'm using my Pixie by Petra translucent powder. Actually, I'll just put it on my face. Can't breathe. All right. Yeah, you gotta beat yourself in the face with that thing to get enough powder out, really. Design flaw. Or maybe I'm supposed to use a brush, but it has a little powder sponge on it, so I don't know. But I don't like it. I don't like the design of it whatsoever. All right. Now I'm going to do my brows. My brows usually don't take too long. I don't understand people in brows these days. People take their brows way too seriously. Maybe I should just go like this. I saw a Glossier gloss commercial on YouTube. It was an advertisement, a really weird advertisement, and they had the boy brow, and it was just this. It was just this. They just like brushed up their brows, and that was it. The end. They didn't. I guess they might have filled it in. They might have tinted it a little bit. I don't know. But all I saw them doing in the commercial before I skipped it was putting on, was brushing up their brows just straight up. And they called it the boy brow. Excuse me? What you mean the boy brow? Boys nowadays, they get their brows did, okay? There ain't no boy brow. There's just brows for everybody. Everybody has manufactured brows nowadays. You can't even trust the men's. Can't trust their beards. Can't trust their scalps. Have you seen? It's crazy. Have you seen the weaves for men? They look so natural. That a woman's weaves couldn't look natural, But it's astonishing. It really is. I'm so impressed. But if I meet anybody and their hair look too good, I'm gonna yank on it. I'm like, is this real? And if they go, ouch, then I guess it's real or really good glue. I'm going to leave my brows like this. Now I'm going to use my Shiny Tone palette to outline my brows. I don't like how these palettes stick together sometimes and like stick, but I've used this palette a lot. It's got a lot of loving. I need to get a new one, but I'm not. So I'm gonna just use a color that's way too light for me. Oh, actually, I'll just use this one. My brows literally look so crazy, but I really don't care as much for brows as some people do. So I just like slap them on and outline them, and however they come out, they come out. All right. I don't care. If somebody has a problem with my brows, they can box. They can tell me about it to my face. Go ahead, tell me about it. I understand. I understand that it has upset you. You have become frustrated. But I really don't care. I don't care. These good, right? Look, I don't know. I don't know about no brows. I just know I'm supposed to make them look cute so people don't come for me. Ah. Brows are not my strong suit today. I literally just whacked these on. I didn't even take my time or nothing. Maybe they'll come out better that way. Because when I do take my time, I literally be struggling. I don't like how they come out. Or not. I actually don't mind this one too much. But this one, what happened? Why is it a straight line? What happened? Where's the art? What happened? What happened? Mamacita, what happened? Let's just fix that with the little... Oh, by the way, I'm using my e.l.f. brow and liner. Brow and liner gel cream stuff in espresso. So I'm going to just make a little fake arc there. Then I'm going to like reline it to the right shape. To the right shape. I'm not liking these today. I'm not liking my brows at all today. They don't like me today either. That's cool. Sis, hop out my face. Go ahead. Because I don't need these struggles. I don't need these struggles. I don't need these problems. I don't want them anymore. Really. Why is this so thin? I am actually confused. Should I leave it that thin? I actually kind of like it. But I don't think thin brows are okay to go out with. That might get a couple looks, you know. Might make somebody a little confused. So I'm just thicken it up a little bit. Yeah, my brows are not turning out right today at all. At all. I literally don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I just keep putting on product until something good comes out. My brows are nowhere near good today. At all. And I'm starting not to care. I'm tired of this brow fetish that people are having. This argument between natural and filled in brows. I'm completely done with it. What? Okay, they're not gonna be perfect. They're not gonna be exactly the same. Cool, but yeah, I'm tired of this. You know what? I think I'm gonna just leave it. I'm not, because it looks like I'm going like this all day long. I'm not. They're a little thin. But so is my patience. Oh. I am done. I'm moving on. I don't care. I'm going to regret this later, but for now, I'm moving on. What? This one looks slightly more filled in than this one. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm going to move on to using this flathead brush. And this shade here for my base. This is actually a yellowish shade. I never even noticed that I had a yellow shade. If you happen to be wondering what type of brush I'm using a dense round brush. Got this a while back. I ordered some random brushes off Amazon. They have held up for quite a while, so don't diss Amazon brushes. Got some Sephora brushes too, so don't come for me. Not like Sephora brushes were like MAC brushes or anything, but the point is, I tried. I got brushes that work for me, and that's what matters. I don't like this for the formula of this concealer. The concealers in this palette are so different, formulas and all. And now this concealer has just spread, literally. It looks so bad. It just bugs me how much it spread. I don't remember ever using this concealer for an eye base. Don't know what I used it for because it's like halfway gone. If I use it for an eye base, probably why I never touched it again. Oof, it bugs me. But it's okay. Everything's just going wrong today. What is that? All right. I'm going to start with my shiny Let's Make Waves palette. And I think I'm going to use this shade of green here. Just a little bit of it. I should use tape, but I won't. I won't even bother. So before you wonder what I'm doing, I am doing the stippling and then blend sort of method. I'm placing it and then I'll blend it out. Don't worry. But before I blend it, actually I should blend one color at a time, not rush. I'm going to take this clean little floofy precision blending brush and blend out the edge of this green. I brought it up a little high, but that's all right. Small circles, little circles. I feel like this green looks a little bit different than I intended it to. That's okay. To ensure that it is blended deep into my pores, I am going to use this little dense blending brush. All right, now I'm going to move on to the blue. I'm going to use this blue with a little bit of black in it. So I'm going to dip it into the blue first, and then dip it into a little bit of black, and then dip it into the blue a little bit more. I'm going to place this blue in my crease, not directly below the green. I'm going to place it in the crease, and then I will blend it out so there is no confusion. I'm not even worried about where it goes out here because I didn't use tape, and I don't always use tape. I just like wipe it off or put some concealer, and it's fine. It's cool. All right, and before this gets too crazy, I'm gonna go ahead and blend this out, moving it upward into the green. One day I'll discover the perfect blend, the perfect method for blending, perfect combination of brushes. But for right now, I'm just doing the best I can. Going in little circles to blend this upward, a little bit at a time. Don't want to take it too far up, and don't want to have too much of the green showing either. I don't want too much of the green showing because it is not the perfect shade of green to go in my outfit today. That's what really matters. So I'm going to take a little bit more of the blue and black mixture, and then I'm going to place it above my crease instead of in my crease this time, because I do want to move it up quite a bit more so that there's not so much green quite showing. So I'm going to place it, and then I'm going to blend it again. That one was a little dark. Go a little bit lighter. I need to go a little bit lighter on the blue. I mean on the black. I don't know my colors now. I'm literally trying to like carve out where I want it. And then of course I'm going to blend it. But once again, I don't want to completely cover up the green, and I also don't want it to go too far up. It's hard to explain and do it at the same time, you know. But that's why it's a video. Just watch it. How's that? Actually, I'm missing a little bit of blue right here in this section. It kind of bugs me that it's not quite even as to this one. So I'm gonna go in, add some more blue right on up there. Just make it cute. Make sure the tone is even on this side. And because it's looking a little too black, I'm going to take just the blue alone and pop some blue on top of all that chaos. And then I'm going to blend it out. Blend out that line of definition. And right now I have not brought it up too far. It may look like it, but this is exactly where I want it. I don't want too much of the green showing. There we go. All right, I like it. Now I'm gonna cut my crease. I'm gonna use the same shade that I did for my base, which is that stupid yellowish shade. This one here. I really don't like this shade, but I think it's gonna be great for a cut crease. Depending on how I want to do it. I mean, debating on how I want to do it. Because I can do tall cut crease or I could do a short cut crease, but I think I'm going to stick with a short cut crease since this is primary colors. And primary colors are very bold. And then I'm just sticking them all together. Oh, I need more concealer. So if you're not great at doing cut creases like I once was not, you could just put some concealer down here in the middle or more towards the inner corner of your eye and look all the way up, and then there will be a little residue of the concealer, and then you kind of have to carve it out yourself from there. But it's really not that hard with a little bit of practice. So don't do it on a day you need to be somewhere. So you have time to start over if you were to mess up. Because though it is not hard, it does take a little bit of practice. And I really don't use that method too much because I like for my transitions to really appear. My voice is getting crackly as if I need to go back to bed. I should. But I can't. Ugh. Putting on concealer may be the most time-consuming thing of this entire eye look. I mean, the primary colors. You just slap them on and they're going to come out right. Because, I mean, primary colors have always gone together. Gonna make my cut crease a little bit taller. I think a lot of people don't put primary colors together because, I mean, the really bold colors, they make up all the other colors in the world. So if you put them all together, then it just seems like it's too much. But I mean, I think it's kind of cute. And I mean, my pants, that it's gonna match my pants, so I don't care what you think. All right, I'm gonna move back to this palette, and I'm gonna take that blue, black, and blue mixture and place it on the very outer corner. Then I'm going to take a little bit of the green I used, and I used this green shade here. And I'm going to place that on the outer corner as well. Going to make it kind of slanted. Slanted, like a weird little wing. Gonna bring it in some more though. There we go. But of course I have to blend it. So I'm gonna take this little brush and I'm gonna leave it clean. Then I'm going to blend the two together. And now, something I've done for a little while to get a really good blend. Hold on, I just need to add a little bit more green. Something I've been doing for a little while to get a really, really flawless blend is to take a little bit of the two colors that I use as my transition colors, put them on the brush, and then I blend it right in the middle of those two colors. So I'll take a little bit of blue, a little bit of green on top, and then I'm blending right at the seam. All right. Then take my clean little floofy brush and blend it all together again. Wonderful. We are not done yet. We have two more colors. I'm going to use my Zulu palette by Juvia's Place. And I'm going to use this yellow shade here. It's a beautiful yellow. Let me clean off this brush. And do I want to use another one? I feel like I have something on my lip. I got this new brush from my best friend. It's a Mary Kay brush. It looks like it's a floofy stippling brush. I'm gonna see how well it does for just stippling in general. It's way too, look at that. It's a little flimsy for basic stippling, but let's see. Yeah, it's a duster. It's definitely a duster for sweeping off and whatnot. So I'm going to use something a little bit firmer. Now don't come for me. This is the Anastasia Little Beverly Hills brush that I got in my little Soft Glam or Norvina palette. I had 2 of them, but I lost one. But hey, I like this brush. And I have yet to find a really good stippling brush. So if you know of any good stippling brushes, please tell me in the comments below. I don't mind if it's Sephora. I don't mind if it's MAC. I don't mind what it is, as long as it's good. Because I am quite tired of not having the perfect stippling brush and having to work with several different brushes to get the perfect amount of eyeshadow. I was gonna say thickness, but that might come off wrong. But you know what I mean, right? Now my other eye is not perfect. This one's not gonna be perfect either. But don't worry, I'm gonna go back. I've got this. All right, now I'm going to take this little precision brush again. Focus. It's not gonna, oh well. And I'm gonna go back into the yellow. Swipe, 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 swipe. And then I'm going to pack it on with this as well. Do you see what I mean? I have no perfect stippling brush, so I have to use several different brushes. And I'll blend that out in a second. But this yellow is not all that we're going to put on here. On our cut crease, it gets better. All right. I like yellow. Before we move on, I'm going to clean off this brush and I'm going to blend this green and yellow. And I'm going to do the same thing that I did for the blue and green to get a really good blend. I'm going to take a little bit of the green and then take a little bit of the yellow on top. So I'm doing the lighter color on top. And then I'm going to blend sort of on top of the green, not exactly at the seam, blending sort of on top of that green just because I want it to fade in perfectly. Need a little bit more yellow. Is that a perfect blend to me? No, it's not. This side is giving me struggles. There we go. That is blended. It may not be perfectly, I'm taking a little bit more yellow. It may not be perfectly blended, but hey, it's better than what it was, so let's move on. I'm going to use my ABH Norvina palette. Never mind. I'm going to use my ABH Soft Glam palette, and I'm going to use the shade Glistening I'm almost out of all my favorite shades. I'm going to use the shade Glistening on top of this yellow, but I'm going to do it in a very specific way. I don't want to cover up all my yellow with a gold shimmer. So I'm going to start at the inner corner and I'm going to work out, but I'm not going to go all the way to the green. I'm going to stop about halfway, but at the top, I'm not going to stop halfway. I'm going to bring it out further to all the way to the green. So it gets kind of this slant going this way. So there's still a little bit of yellow showing here, and this gold sort of turns really yellow in person. Not sure if you can tell on camera, but it turns pretty yellow. I mean, between my inadequate lighting and this booty camera, then you may not be able to tell. But if you follow me on Instagram at Terrinikka, then you will be able to see better pictures and my entire outfit and everything for the day at the end of today. Because I gotta go out to take pictures, you know? I like sunlight when I take pictures. Now, I would put a gold liner on this, but it's gold. It's already gold, and this gold is really bright. I don't have a much brighter gold than this. So that's that, except it's not. I'm going to take some of the yellow, just the yellow, and I'm going to blend at this gold, where this gold meets this green. Yes, really, it takes this much. Ooh, no. So gold is trying to move in the wrong direction. Stay where I put you. The audacity. All right, before I move on to my bottom lash line, and that will be it for the look, I promise. I need to clean up my cut crease. So I'm going to take a little bit of this blue, just the blue. I'm not going to mix any black into it. I'm going to take just, what's wrong with this brush? I'm going to take just the blue, I'm using like a little rounded precision brush, and I'm going to dust away that gold that's outside of the cut crease. Wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Now, did I just say that? I did just say that, and I don't regret it. Now, for my bottom lash line, I'm going to take this little brush again. Oh, so many notifications just popped up on my phone like all of a sudden. I don't know what happened. I'm going to take the same base shade. I don't really switch shades too much. Same shade. I'm going to place it directly up under my eye. Now, this is the tricky part, to get this red to show up perfectly up underneath my eye. On top of my eye, sure, that's a whole lot easier. That's a different story. But on the bottom of my eye, not so much. I'm blending this in a little bit. And I'm not really too worried about how far down it goes, because it's anything that I don't want there will get covered up with some concealer. So this is seriously the hard part, because these reds, I have a limited amount of reds in my life right now, and I don't like it. But I have this really bright red from the Shiny Until Sunset palette. So I'm going to take my little eyebrow brush, and I'm going to scrape away at this really bright red right here. Let me set it down while I do that. Because I have got this look wet I have got this eyeshadow wet while doing a look, and everything. It kind of hardened, and I don't have that much of it, so I gotta scrape it out of the little corners. But before I place that shadow down, I'm going to use this Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink lipstick. That was a lot of words. In the shade Pioneer. And I'm going to place it directly up under my eye. I just did what? And I'm only putting it about halfway. So I'm not going all the way across my eye with it. Then I'm going to wipe it off onto a clean cloth because we do not stick eye germs into lip germs. All right? Don't do that. I'm going to take this brush and I'm going to blend it out a little bit. But as you can see, once it's blended, where'd it go? What happened? Hello? Is anybody home? But I'm just making a tacky red base for my eyeshadow. So now I'm going to apply the eyeshadow. I'm going a little bit further with it now. Have to use quite a bit of eyeshadow. Ooh, that's a lot. It's cool. For the very final step of this eye look that's taken too long, I'm going to take my blue and black mixture again, and I'm going to place it on the outer corner of this red. And that's basically it. I'm going to make sure that they're blended. I'm not going to stack them and blend again. That's a little too much for a bottom eye, for your bottom eye line. But if you honestly thought that I forgot my inner corner, then you are a terrible human being. I'm going to use Dreamer from the ABH Norvina palette. And I'm going to pop that right there. Ooh. Look at there. I'm going to put a little bit up under my terrible brows too. My brows may not look perfect today, but who's going to say something to me? Really? I dare you, please say something. Now, as for this, I'm just going to cut all this away with concealer and foundation and everything soaked. Oh, wait, but these are blues. Blues spread. These blues spread. So I ain't going to do that to myself because I'll have eyeshadow in my hair. And then I'll be like, where did this blue eyeshadow come from? On my chin. So I'm going to take just a little wet wipe. Got some makeup remover. Ooh, that's not good. Ooh, it's not coming out. It spread across the bottle before it got out. Oh, I have another bottle down there, but do I really feel like getting it out? Ooh, I could throw a black line eyeliner on this. Just like a little black line here. Not an actual wing. It wouldn't really show up too well if used as dark as a blue as I do. It's not going to show up well. Unless you have a really super duper black. There we go. I'm kind of tempted to put a little black liner on it. I think I will. Oh, Terrinikka, you're so good. Thanks, Terrinikka. You're good too. You're great, girl. You're great. Self-love first. Okay. So I'm going to take a little bit of my e.l.f. Magic Mist and Set setting spray. And I'm going to spray it into the cap. And I'm taking this little round precision brush. This is just how I prefer to do eyeliner. I have black eyeliner, but I don't care to use it too much. Really. I'm going to use Noor. This word that means black. It said on the crayon. From the Soft Glam palette. Ooh, there is gold in here. Let me just get that out. Okay. And I'm going to put a teeny bit of black liner on here. I do not want a thick black line. I do not like a thick eyeliner. And if you do, then I don't know what to tell you. Voila. Bam. Eyeliner. I feel like some people take eyeliner like they take their brows a little too seriously, but they don't take their life that seriously. Like me. This one's not quite dark enough, but I'm gonna leave it alone because if I put anything else on it, I'm going to mess it up. Ooh, he's dripping. He's trying to drip into my eyeball. Okay. Makeup Struggles 101, near-death experiences. I feel like putting on eyeliners. Eyeliner is therapeutic. Ooh, I keep touching it. I feel like I'm going to mess it up if I keep going. They're not perfect. But it's okay. The point is, it's on there. That is my primary color eye look. And if you happen to miss any of the products or you need a recap of the products, well, follow me on Instagram at Terrinikka Hines. And at the end of today, I will post my makeup and sun lighting and much better lighting, and as well as my outfit. So time to do foundation if you're still here, because this video is 52 minutes long. So I'm gonna throw on my base and then I'm gonna let you go. I'm using my Revolution Conceal and Define in F15. I've primed, I've moisturized, I've color corrected, etc. etc. I love this foundation because all I'll need is one little stroke and I'm set. Gonna put some here too, because you gotta make sure you get it all. Wait, I almost forgot that I actually mixed this with a little bit of their concealer in C13. I mixed it with just a little bit of concealer. Okay, then I'm going to take this foundation brush. Why do I have to even explain that? I don't worry about my under eyes too much because I mean I'm gonna put concealer there. Why would I go and put a bunch of foundation there and cause more creasing? See, I bet you didn't know that. You don't really need to put foundation where you're gonna put concealer. I do on my forehead and my nose because there are places on my forehead and nose that don't get touched by concealer as well. But honestly, under your eyes, like directly under your eyes, you really don't need it. Okay, I almost blended too far down my neck. All right, I'm gonna throw on some concealer, some contour, some powder, etc., etc. But overall, this is basically my look. Not everybody wears all the blush, powders, concealers, etc. So I'm gonna just leave it at this. This is my look, of course, without the bandana, but Anyway, go to my Instagram at Terrinikka. Follow me. You will see all the pictures at the end of today and all the details. So thank you for joining me in this primary color look. I absolutely love this. It is so cute. I love it. I just do. Thank you. Please like, comment, subscribe. And if you got to 55:30, go to my Instagram. 55 minutes and 30 seconds. Go to my Instagram at Terrinikka. DM me. Tell me you got to 55 minutes and 30 seconds. And I will give you a shout out in my story. And I ain't nobody, but a shout out is a shout out. You might get the followers that you did not have before. So I appreciate you for joining me. Like, comment, subscribe.